Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Diego, California, where the sun is out, the birds are chirping. It's just a beautiful spring day here. I wish you guys could all be here, maybe just sit outside and enjoy the sunshine and what a great day it is. So glad hopefully someone will come on and spend a little time with me. Haven't seen anybody jump on yet. But what we're going to be doing today, whoops, hoping that we are live. Yes, good. Is going to explore the new catalog a little bit and share with you some things. Come on. About the new catalog, the new colors. We're going to make a card. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you're already working with and you need a new catalog, please let me know. Because I can help with that. I got my new catalogs, got a few new products. We've got a color refresh going on. So let's start with the color refresh. So there are 11 retiring colors. I don't have them all memorized, so I have my little cheat sheet. Mary Merlot, Soft Suede, Sahara Sand, Mango Melody, Bermuda Bay, Pacific Point, Blushing Bright. Oh, thank gosh, because there's a new pink coming that y'all are going to love. So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, Mint Macaron, Rich Razzleberry, Polished Pink, Pale Papaya, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and then Fresh Free, just sort of retiring, but not really retiring because it is coming back as a regular core color. So that is really exciting. So it doesn't even retire for a day and then we're back. So let me put you down and then I want to show you the new catalog and the new in colors, because that is the most exciting thing going on. I also want to show you the something somebody asked me. I don't know if this person is on or coming on or what, but somebody was asking me about how I store my paper. So I'll give you the little sneak peek at what I do with my papers. This is one of the new core colors, Azure Afternoon. And this is what you call a job ticket holder. They're by Avery. They look like this when you get them. I don't really remember how much they cost. They come in a packet of 10. And I got them on Amazon. I store all of my cardstock like this, and what I do is I leave it in its plastic, and I store in the plastic any that I've already cut up, like these have already been cut up for cards. But if I have little pieces, then I just store it, not in the plastic, but just right in front of it. So all the little pieces would go in here. So that's how I store things. So let's just delve right into it since we started with that. So these are the 4 colors that are in the new core colors that aren't returning. We've got the Azure Afternoon. So that's kind of replacing our Pacific Point. We've got Lemon Lolly, which is basically replacing the So Saffron. It's just such a nice color. It's more of a saturated color and a true kind of lemony yellow. It's just such a pretty color. This is Pecan Pie, kind of replacing our Soft Suede. Soft Suede to me always had like green undertones, and this is more of a nice brown. It's very similar to Cinnamon Cider, if you remember that in color. And this may be the best replacement ever. This is Bubble Bath. And it looks kind of like Pink Pirouette to me. And it's replacing our Blushing Bride, which honestly, if I have to be honest, never really liked. The other core colors that are returning colors There we got some people finding. Hey Doris, hey Becky. The other returning colors I can pull out if you want me to, but I thought you guys probably would know them, but maybe I can find little pieces of them. So this is Berry Burst, a beautiful pink that we always loved. This is, I can cut nice pieces of these. So we got the whole on Lemon Lime Twist. It's a little bit, I don't know, yellowier than our Parakeet or our Granny Apple Green. We've got Pretty Peacock, which is a lovely blue with a lot of green undertones. We've got Lost Lagoon. This was an in color like 6 or 7 years ago, right about when I first started, so it's been out for a while, but you can see it pairs with the peacock really, really nicely. We've got Blueberry Bushel, which is like a true blue for everybody who likes to make 4th of July cards and things like that. And we've got Misty Moonlight. That was always just a really, really pretty kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like Night of Navy went a little lighter. So that is all our core colors, new and returning. So of these 4 brand new colors, does anybody have a favorite that they think they're really gonna just love to use? I'm thinking for me, it's so far anyway gonna be this Lemon Lolly as well as the Bubble Bath. Oh, I didn't pull out Fresh Freesia. That's kind of turning over. Now, if you notice, they've given you some of these color. Well, that's probably Blueberry Bushel. That's probably Lost Lagoon. There's our Lemon Lolly and our Bubble Bath. Up, and then we got to go over that because those are our new in colors. So let's go over the new in colors. So these in colors are, I don't know, I would say they're kind of mutedy, lots of neutrals, will go with a lot of things. Hey, Sandy. This is Pecan Pie. You can see, let me bring, wait, that's not Pecan Pie. This is Copper Clay, one of the in colors. Let me bring back in the Pecan Pie so you can see the difference. So the Copper Clay is much redder. It actually pairs really nicely with the pink, as well as lots of other things, but we'll get to that. This is Boho Blue, and if you were keeping track, you could have joined and gotten a Boho Blue mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I think those are still for sale, so if you want to buy one, you can. This is Wild Wheat, kind of a, I don't know what you call it. Several of us are calling it baby poop, but because it reminds us of that. It does. They have some beautiful uses for it as kind of an accent. Depending on what you put it with, you can see a lot of greens in this wheaty color. This is Pebbled Path. Very nice neutral. Could see using it for branches and things like that. And this is Moody Mauve. So like I said, you can see these are very kind of neutrally looking colors. Nothing really bright like the last couple years worth of colors. So it's interesting where they went with our newest colors and our newest in colors. Put out the other new colors, more neutral kind of things. So the other stuff going on right now with Stampin' Up, besides the new in colors, is And you can only get these new colors or the returning colors if you're a demonstrator. If you join right now, you can actually also get any of these things in your joining order. But what's going on right now for everybody is our last chance orders. So if there's anything in the annual catalog as well as in the April through June catalog that you want, now's the time to get those. I've got, as you can tell, new catalogs. So if you're one of my customers and you want to pick up a new catalog or you need me to mail one, you've got to let me know ASAP because I'm going to be on an extended vacation starting Thursday. But if you want, I can leave one at the front door for you if you just can't wait. Also, if you're local, my upline and Peggy, are having a get-together at my house on May 13th. So put that on your calendar. We are having a catalog reveal party and there'll be prizes and make and takes and you get to see a whole bunch of new stuff from the catalog. The only other thing is please go to my YouTube channel, Stamp with Dr. Robin, and subscribe, and then you'll get these in your inbox and then or notifications so that you know. And then also YouTube will be happy with me. So what did I want to share with you today? Couple things. If you guys follow, and I know you do, other demonstrators, I'm sure you've seen some of what is new coming through. I thought I would also share with you, these are the 6x6 color palettes. This is in the with the in colors, so you can see this year we've got a stripey, a one with little hearts, and then if you turn them over, the backs are big dots and these little kind of dashes. And this is in all of the in colors. You can get this in a set for the brights or for the neutrals. So that's always a fun thing to look forward to at the beginning of a season. All right, so what are we going to be working with today? We are working with the Fresh as a Daisy suite, which includes some gorgeous paper in all sorts of colors, including Azure Afternoon, blue, boho blue, bubble bath, Cajun craze, copper clay, crushed curry, early espresso, garden green, lemon lolly, moody mauve, pebbled path, pretty peacock, and wild wheat. And it also includes this really cute multi-step, or two-step, I shouldn't say multi-step. You see all the flowers are two-step stamps, but they look really nice just separate like that. And then there is the matching die set, and y'all remember that now we have the same name for the dies as well as the stamp set, which is just perfect. We are going to talk today about how to use these dies and some tips and tricks, because until I started cutting things out, I didn't realize what this was and how it worked. But we'll get to that in a minute. I first want to just show you the paper because it's so incredibly gorgeous. So this background is that wild wheat color. And there we've got our new lemon lolly. And then the backs of these, there's pebbled path, are just washes like that. I think these are upside down for you. There's the copper clay in the background here. And then we've got pretty peacock. I think this is garden green wash in the back. This one has the moody mauve as well as the bubble bath and the wheat on the back. I think we did this one already. No, we didn't. It's still a little bit different with the daisies. And the Azure Afternoon. I love this one. We see how it has the copper, so those pair really nicely together. The copper clay and the Azure Afternoon. The copper on the back. This one, just be careful when you're cutting this up. Okay, that was one thing I was actually going to do today. I have not played with this, and I thought maybe you guys would want to see how to cut this up. So I thought maybe we would do that today too. So when you're going to cut this, what you're going to want to do is see what's an easy straight line there. Line it up and cut on the line. And then you can see it's going to be easy just to cut these apart. Now when you see this one, you think, oh, I can't just cut like that. You're going to find a line like this that's straight. Cut that down, then you can cut this apart. Again, look at it carefully. Oops, come on. And you will see that there is this line that's straight across, like you're not going to want to cut like that. So again, okay, so I'm not going to cut every little thing up, but you can then see you'll cut that and that, and then you'll have all these pieces like that. This one makes, you know, just by itself is going to make just a beautiful card that you're not going to have to do too much to. Just, you know, throw a sentiment on, throw on some ribbon. Let me show you one of the new ribbons. Wouldn't that be pretty on here in the boho blue? And then just throw on a little thing with a you know, tie a bow, throw on a thing with a sentiment, and you've got a beautiful card here without having to do very much at all. This ribbon, really, really pretty. It comes in all the new in colors. I can't find them on my desk right now because it's pretty much a mess, but trust me on that one. Okay, so the next thing I can show you a couple cards that I've made. So again, this is a card that I made. Just, you know, throw the pretty paper on some of the paper, picking out the colors in here. This is our wheat color in the background. Used my sprig, bow and sprig, leaves and bows, I think it is, punch. Remember I told you didn't have to use the two-step on the daisies, and you've got a card. That's not the one we're making today. Here's another one that I used just using the dies. And we're going to make one similar to this, but not exactly the same. I wanted to show how pretty these brights were that are coming back. The berry burst, the lemon lime twist, and the pretty peacock coming back, and how they play nicely with the new bubble bath and the new pebble, what's it called? Pebble, oh gosh, now I stumped myself. Pebble path that I used for the stems. So this is the card that was my inspiration for the card that we are going to make, that I can't even show you because it's not made. But before we get going on that, I wanted to show you how these dies work with what we are going to use. Okay, so first of all, you have this really big die like this that comes all together, okay? And then I didn't even realize till we started playing that these ones are going to layer on top of here. So this big one is going to be able to layer on top of here. Now, you will notice all these things are different sizes, and how are we going to get these layers correct? So before you even take this off and start using it, it'll come like this. I want you to turn it over, and I'm sorry I don't have a Sharpie here, but this is worked really well for me when we got those whatchamacallit, sunflowers. I'll just use a Stampin' Right marker for now, even though I know it'll probably come off. Before you even take it off here, go like this, mark them together, okay? And now you'll be able to line up your die cuts afterwards, okay? So that's one way you can do it. Do it with a Sharpie, not a Stampin' Right marker, because this is going to come off really easily. All right, and do it like right at the beginning here before you start separating them. So we're gonna have this one. We're gonna have another one that this goes, where did it go? This one actually works behind this one. Okay, you see that? And this one actually works on top of this one. Okay, I know it sounds confusing, but if you do what I told you to do and mark up these two, it's going to make your life much easier. So let me show you what I mean. So this is this cut out, okay? So I cut that out right here, okay? I guess I should put them like that so it makes a little more sense. Then what I did is I cut out all of these solid ones, okay? And that's these ones, the solid ones, okay? So let's just put those together first. Now here's going to be tip number 2. If you didn't listen to what I said, this is the easy one. This is going to sit on top of here, and that's going to be the easy one because it kind of only goes on one way. Here's another good tip for putting these together. Get your silicone mat. Hopefully you have some of these old sponges left that you can cut up, because this is the easiest way to work with these. You don't need it so much for the big ones, but we'll get there. Okay, so let's say you didn't mark these up, or actually it's pretty hard to see on these. This one has these little ones down here is a good way to find it. Another good, easy way to find it is this kind of double one goes over here. Like I said, this one is not so hard because everything's solid. Okay, again, I look for these little ones that go on the bottom. I found that the easiest way. And then this can just go behind there. And same thing with this one. It has these little ones that go, you see that all along the bottom? And that's how they line up. So let's do this with this one because it's got lots of little ones. If you don't have a sponge, just cut up another sponge, just not a Stampin' Up one. And you don't need a lot on here to make it stick really well. That's the beauty of our glue. And you don't need to make this, you know, this many layers all the time too. You can totally make this. Hey Tammy, yeah, you're gonna love this. It's so pretty. So now we have this layer, and then we have the back layer that goes behind it, okay? Now we're gonna put the little more detailed layer on. And so for the detailed layer, okay, I'm missing one. I cut those in the copper, but there it is. So this is my little detail layer of everything. So let's start with the easy one. You probably see that a little better than you could on the other one. And see what I mean by you don't need a lot. This will stick really well. Okay. Let's do the big one. And the nice thing about doing this on your silicone mat, all this glue that you see on here, you just let it dry and it'll just peel right off. Okay, so again, remember the little 3 on the bottom that I was talking about? Here's our little 3 on the bottom. Nope, that's not quite it. There's our little 3 at the bottom. So that and then here's our little double one. See the little double one? just some hints on lining them up, because otherwise you can kind of go crazy here with this. And the nice thing about doing this, like we just did on the silicone mat, is glue doesn't gush out of here because we didn't use too much. Again, you just have to find a new clean spot on your mat. So this doesn't look like a lot of glue on here, but it's plenty. It is totally plenty for these. All right, so again, we've got the small ones that go at the bottom. We've got this little double one here, that's this double one there. And that'll just kind of help you get these all together. Isn't that pretty? So that's my little hinties of there. And then there's also this one that I haven't cut out, as well as a nice sentiment one that we're going to use. These just, this cuts out, I believe, a center if you want to use it just in one of the daisies. This one cuts out things that are stamped, and then it has this little separate one that's just like little twiggy things. So where was my inspiration? I used the colors from here. So we're going to use that to make our card here. This is the bubble bath. I keep wanting to call it bubble gum. So we can either do this whole thing like this, and I did cut out 3 because little things for stems on here. It is a little busy, so it kind of depends how busy we want to get. You guys are going to help me be a designer here. So we can go like this, or we can take, this is one of the new online exclusives. There's 3 3D embossing folders. They're called, I believe, basic embossing folders. All 3 come together. This is my favorite one. It just, hopefully you can see just the little lines here. The other thing we could do, and like I said, I haven't put one together yet to see which I like better, so I was thinking we could just do a little piece of designer paper. Oh, I kind of like that better. This designer paper is really busy. So let's just do this. Let's just use some of this. So this isn't quite so busy. This is a 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to cut it in half, so it's just 2 inches instead of 4 inches, and we'll save that for another card. Hopefully I'm going to like it because I just cut it. I don't know where my other one is. Yeah, I do like that better. Maybe actually we'll put it on this side because there we go. Oh, I like that. There we go. Okay, so let's start gluing things down. So this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Really like the glue when I've got these embossed things because they give you some extra surface area to get that down. I'm going to need some new glue soon. And I'm just going to move this over just a tiny bit so that you can still see some of the embossing there. Then I'm going to put some of these dimensionals around. I'm going to let this just kind of roam free. I'm also, you notice, not using too many dimensionals because I want to be able to stick these little branches underneath there. as we go. Wow, so pretty. All right, so I think this will probably be my first branch. I was smart, I should have stuck this down earlier. I'm not sure which way these branches go, so we're just kind of faking it. In fact, I don't think I'm going to stick them down until we get our sentiment so we know what we're doing. So let's get out our piercing mat. This is one of the little sentiment pieces that come with this set. And I think I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the copper clay. Could do it in the mauve, but the copper seems like the accent piece. Wishing you the brightest birthday. Really pretty. All right, so where are we going to put this? Probably over here so we can put that little bow in, so that'll work. Couple dimensionals on there. And then the other thing I want to do is get a little piece out for the inside and show you how pretty these little flowers are. Whoops. I think we'll do that in the Moody Mauve. This kind of reminds me of, you guys been around a while, Sugar Plum, I think it was called. Reminds me a little bit of that one. All right, so this is the open flower. And I just think it's really, really a pretty flower. Isn't that pretty? So you could, use the inside piece if you wanted to. And in fact, let's see how that looks. Do I have it out here? Yeah. So if you take it and you stamp it off so that you're going to get something that's really light, and then fill it in. That is really pretty. You can tell this is a brand new set because I haven't really played with it much. I stamped it off really strongly because I'm having a little trouble here getting this, aren't I? There we go. Because I wanted this really light. And you know what? I didn't exactly get it right on, and I think it looks just fine. So I'm not too worried about that. So we'll move this out of the way because I don't want to get ink on everything. And let's finish the front first, and then we'll put that on the inside. These daisies are going to make their way, I think, into a lot of things. All right, so now what we need to do is finish these little stems. I keep calling them branches, but I guess the better word is stems. So again, I'm back to using this. Somehow this is going to find its way. There we go. All the way up to there. And we'll get this one. Again, I'm finding new places on here because I don't want glue on the front of here. I want to look like that was coming out of there. And then one more. Let's find a new spot on here. And just so you know, I don't clean off these. Yeah, these are just my ones that I use, just my sponges, just for doing something like this. And this is why I put the dimensionals not quite all the way to the edge, because I didn't want them to stick out there. All right, maybe I do want to put a little glue underneath here. I don't know. These are kind of delicate. I don't want them getting caught. I'll just glue them down a little bit. Okay, the other thing is this glittered organdy ribbon. Now you could color this because, and this is a carryover item, because it's white and all of our white ribbon you can actually color. This is how I make bows. I make 2 bunny ears, I call them, and cross them over and under. And we have a pretty ribbon, a pretty bow every time. Now always you gotta futz with it a little bit. I don't know, with this glittered ribbon, it makes it a little bit stiffer. I just love the sparkles, and I was noticing, I don't know if you can see them, they do have a little bit of a pink tinge to them, so it's perfect with this to go with the mauve or the bubble bath. I'm gonna say these like 100 times so I get them in my head. The other thing I like to do is to tie my bows with it left on there, because all I'm cutting off is this little teeny piece, so I don't waste a lot of ribbon. I think glue dots are the perfect thing for gluing on ribbon because it's so strong and sticky. It'll keep it there and happy. And then let's get our sentiment on here. I might have to cut those. Good job, Tammy. Yeah, I'm glad I had some of this ribbon left. I'll move that over to the side just a little bit more. Maybe we should cut that a little bit so that you can see the, oops, see that a little bit better. All right, let's just put this on the inside. Back to my almost empty one. Oh, maybe it is empty now. Time for a new one. I'll put this on the inside. Oh, I'm just loving this new colors. New colors excite me. So now we have one, whoops, that is made with 2 new in colors. We've got, well, 3 actually, because we've got the mauve, the moody mauve. We've got the copper, we got to get these right, copper clay, and then we've got the bubble bath. So we've got 2 new in colors and 1 new core color. And then we have the similar one, but with a totally different feel, using the bright colors that are coming back. Lemon Lime Twist, Berry Burst, and way in the background is the pretty peacock. Oh, I think we need some of those brass butterflies. What did I do with them? that's been the hardest thing. We could also put these pink or the gold. Well, let's just go with the butterflies since we used those before. But I have to find them. There we go. Looks like I'm gonna need some more butterflies because they did carry over. I've been rearranging my craft room so that I can get all the new stuff in, which means I need to move a little bit of the old stuff out. So there's one. Let's put the big one over there. I think it got a little lost. Otherwise, I don't have a lot of the big ones, so. And then we'll put it right there. Well, what do you guys think? Do you have a favorite? Do you like the new in color one, or do you like the Returning Brights one? What say you? Whoops. Yes. Hey, Carol. So this is our new Cheerful Daisies set with some of our newest in colors. So hopefully you guys come May 1st, I believe it is, that you can order, and you get right on it. Otherwise, you will hopefully be able to get everything right at the time that things come in. If, like I said, you're in the area, May 13th, I'm going to have an open house, and you'll be able to see all these up close and personal. If you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with already, let me know, and I can get you hooked up with a new catalog. And get ready to order May 1st. I will, I don't think I put that in yet, but I will put in my, let me get you guys up here. My host code. Oh, now I snapped you off again. This happened last time too. I think I just tightened this up a little too much, but I'll hold you. Anyway, I am going to be on vacation the next few weeks. Getting back, I'll be back here May 15th. I guess it will be for the next live. Tammy, I like them both too for different reasons. So you're going to get a little break from me. I will try to post some of these as we go. And if you want to order May 1st, all this stuff is available, and hopefully you can look online also. So appreciate you guys all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.